Guten Tag, it's Rich from Hughes Kettner, and this is Era 2. So, welcome to the NAMM Show. It's 2018, Anaheim, California, and I'm here with Mr. Neil Swanson just to take you through the basics of the brand new Era 2 amp from Hughes Kettner. Now, many of you probably know the Era 1, which we released in September last year. The Era 2 is a bigger, more powerful version with identical features across the 4 channels, but with an extra speaker and with 150 extra watts of power. It's a 400 watt, made in Germany premium acoustic amplifier, which is absolutely perfect for acoustic guitars, of course, steel or nylon string, but it works equally well for any other stringed instruments that you can plug in, zithers, mandolins, banjos, whatever, and even other things like keyboards and stuff like that. But enough talking for now. Neil, why don't you give me a little demo of what this thing can sound like, and I'm going to move the mic around from in front of the amp itself closer to the guitar while he plays, just so we can hear just how natural the reproduction of the sound is. Let's do it. Beautiful. I hope you can get, just from this little rudimentary video, a bit of the difference between the sounds here. I mean, obviously NAMM is not the ideal place to be playing pristine acoustic tones, but we're doing our best here with what we're working with. Now, Neil, you know the Era 1 amp. You played it for a few weeks before the show, but you've never come across the 2 before until now. Tell me your first impressions of the amp, having played it for a few hours.
Yeah, like I said, I've been acquainted with the Era 1, but the 2 has so much more bass response. It's bigger, more headroom, and it fills the room, which, you know, for an acoustic instrument, sometimes it's hard to get attention, and it definitely makes you stand out. So,
absolutely, yeah. I mean, the main thing behind the Era 2, in a sense, is the fact that it is bigger. It has 2 8-inch speakers in it alongside the 1-inch dome tweeter, whereas the Era 1 just has the 1. It has 150 extra watts, 400 in total, compared to 250 for the Era 1, and you can really notice that extra bottom end and that oomph. And it's, as well as being kind of perfect for rounding out and filling a room, it's perfect for other instruments like drum machines and basses that have a really low frequency range, and it's great for percussive players who like to smack their guitars around as well. Exactly. It's ideal for that kind of thing. Let's just look across at the features here. If you want to zoom in down here, across the top panel here, you've got your 2 identical channel things where you can plug, for example, your guitar and your mic in, or you can play with a duo and have 2 guitars plugged in, or as dual vocalists and have 2 mics plugged in. That's entirely up to you. If I just tilt the amp up now, across to the back panel there, again, this is all identical to the Era 1, so nothing that you haven't seen before. And it just runs across from left to right as I look at it. You've got your 2 channels there where you plug in. They're XLR or jacks, so it's perfect for instruments and mics. And then you've got all your other features like your tuner, your effects loop, etc., and your input for MP3 players, devices like that. Your DI out, your line out, and an optical out over at the side here for high-end recording. Okay, well, I think that's enough said for now. Neil, play us out of here. NeilSwansonMusic.com, HughesandKettner.com, Era 2. We'll see you later. Cheers.